Hello and welcome to Tech Town, Season 3, Episode 13 of your place to get your needs met for your all things tech. I'm Mr. Ellsberg, this is our town wizard.
Hello, Roy.
And this is where we talk all things tech. Today we are talking about biodomes.
Yeah, biodomes. A biodome.
Yeah, living in a biodome, living in a crazy little snow globe, I think is what I'm going to call it.
Yeah, basically snow globe.
Yep.
That's the idea, is that we have to have as contained as possible
Yep.
of a little dome or place or thing and see if we can live.
You shake it up,
Well, hopefully
and that's where you're living.
I don't know. I mean, the shaking part is...
Let me shake it a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be ready for shaking.
Yeah, well, the next version, Biodome 2.0, that's going to be the shake version.
Shake version.
Yeah, you shake it up, and it's going to be like an Etch-a-Sketch. Then you choose your own new adventure.
Okay, well, yeah, that'd be cool. I hadn't even gotten there. See, This is why I have you here, is to take me to the real future.
Boom. So biodomes, obviously everything we know about biodomes is from the 1995 hit Biodomes, starring Pauly Shore and somebody else probably.
Right.
Pauly Shore.
Exactly.
Really.
So I was going to say, we can't talk about biodomes without actually talking about the Biodome. Which is that movie. So you got to go see that movie. It is way worth seeing. And it does bring up the points that we're talking about.
True.
So what a biodome is a self-contained area that us humans can live in. By the way, biodome is one word for it, but there's biosphere or self-contained habitat. You can call it.
They're all trying to move away from the movie,
right?
You know,
We
because
want to call it what
they
it
don't
really
think
is.
they're gonna be taken seriously because everyone's just gonna think Pauly Shore and the Biodome.
But I say they had it right.
What a
That's
great
exactly
movie.
They had it right. There we go. Peanut Gallery. The spicy peanut gallery. So
It's more hot.
yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, Biodomes.
Biosphere 2. So Biosphere 2 was like, I think the most realistic attempt at trying to make a biodome.
Okay.
So they did Biosphere 1, I guess, but the Biosphere 2 was their more big, longer-term project,
Right.
where they built one of these things. I think it was with the University of Arizona.
Okay.
And you can see the link in our show description to their website. It's now defunct. It's been gone for a while, but they ran it for, I think, what was it, like a whole year with people inside of it.
Wow. Was this in or outside of Tucson?
I believe so.
Okay.
And so
Arizona.
right.
Arizona.
And you can go visit the thing. And one of our friends, Andy,
go inside?
Yeah, you can go see some of it. I don't know. I think it's not really used as the biodome anymore because they finished the project. But the thing is, it was in a way a little bit of a not success because they didn't live in it forever. They found problems in it that were things that made the biodome not sustainable.
Like a crack?
In a way, it wasn't a crack.
Okay.
But what their whole point was, it should be 100% like closed loop.
Right.
Meaning
totally sustainable.
Right.
Permaculture, not eating anything from the outside ever.
Right, exactly.
Existing totally fine by itself.
Right, and all of your emissions. So if you were to burn any fuel,
Right.
all of that stays within the biodome. So
Right.
you have to either clean it somehow. And so I think what one of the downfalls, and actually this is what's interesting. So you can go to their site and they talk about. There's a good Wired article that talks about the lessons learned on this project.
Right.
Because it didn't succeed, but I think it was great because we need to figure this stuff out because we're going to have real environmental problems. So we're going to need to figure out biodomes. So what's a couple of lessons from here was we can study this kind of thing. They're saying ecology can be a science. You know, we can actually experiment and try and do that with ecology and biology. They talk about complexity. So this is kind of mad complex.
Okay.
Really complex to make sure you got all the systems recycling stuff or reusing
So
stuff.
you're not just putting a stick and a leaf in a bottle and putting a frog in there.
Yeah.
And it's gonna live forever.
Right.
This is like some real
This is
actual
people
thing.
and everything that people do. Another thing is that they are able to seal it. They figured out that they can seal it so that there wasn't leaks. It didn't leak out air.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. Human beings can eat less, so they basically ate less since they grew less and they had less stuff and it was okay. You can recycle waste. They said watch out for stowaways.
That's where Pauly Shore comes into play.
Almost.
A stowaway. So he was a stowaway in the original movie. So yeah, you gotta watch out for those.
So I'm glad they brought it up.
Yep.
And what he probably had on him were other stowaways in the form of like bacteria. They were saying, you got to watch out for what you bring into the biodome, because that may just stick around forever and cause problems. You know, it's a human experiment too. It's having people stay in a small space, but well, not too small, but you know, a confined area with not that many other people, and that's a psychology, you know, experiment really. So what was cool in the biosphere, they had these 7 different ecosystems that they were modeling. So they had a mature rainforest, an ocean. I mean, it wasn't an ocean, but it was a big enough ocean that
like a lake.
It, forested swamps, a tropical savanna grassland, a coastal fog desert. Wow, that was interesting.
Fog desert
in the biodome.
Okay, sure.
The 3 desert hillslope grass-shrubland landscapes.
Okay,
how they describe that. So, you know, desert hills, whatever. And then the city, the urban environment with the Biosphere campus and its facilities and things. So they built all this into the dome. It was pretty awesome.
Wow.
But one of the problems I remember hearing was that they were trying to get the atmosphere to maintain its balance. Like it has a certain amount of oxygen, a certain amount of nitrogen, a certain amount of whatever. And I think they were actually losing oxygen and they were trying to figure out where it went. I think it was soaking into the concrete.
Wow.
So you have to watch out
into
for
the concrete
stealing your oxygen or whatever. Because you don't even think about some of these things that it all might just do.
Right. And so why didn't they go for tundra?
Well,
frozen tundra.
I think that
that could be a viable place to live.
Well, and all these things were,
or at least to send the prisoners to.
Well, that's a whole different story. Here's the thing: are we trying to put biodomes everywhere? Yes, tundra and whatnot. These were just what was in the biodome. We could have tundra in the biodome if we want. But no. The point of a biodome is that it should be able to go anywhere.
Right.
And speaking of anywhere, one place it should be able to go. Underwater.
Underwater?
Yes. So,
oh my gosh. Okay.
There has been talk of underwater biospheres. There's been even sort of attempts. There's one called Sub-Biosphere 2, and it's like Biosphere 2, but it's sub, meaning it's underwater. And it's not real. It's just a design by this guy. But the design is pretty cool. Here, I got to show you what it looks like with the sharing of the screens. So check it out. So we got... underwater biodome.
Ooh, I like the way that looks.
He's got it all like planned out. He's got nice glass things. It's kind of like in Star Wars, the underwater.
It looks like a deep blue sea.
Oh yeah, or sphere.
My hat is like a shark's fin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So
don't Samuel L. Jackson. Don't.
They've got a video of this that they will show you about the underwater habitat, and so. It's the same idea. It's just we should be able to put this underwater as well. Awesome. I bet there's a few other things you got to think about when you get it underwater.
Yeah, like Leviathan.
Is that going to come get you?
It's going to come and get you.
Maybe they have Leviathan laser protection. Who knows? So then we've got another project, Nemo's Garden. This isn't quite full biodome, but it's a cool project that's really happening where these people are outside of Italy. They're scuba diving and growing gardens underwater. Wow. So this is at least checking to see whether we can grow plants underwater. And so Nemo's Garden, it seems like they've been doing it for years now and at least have the ability to grow.
So if you're scuba diving off the coast of Italy, you might find a garden.
Oh,
sorts.
Nemo's Garden.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. Great. Okay. Another example, and this one's on a bigger scale. It doesn't have the dome part. Okay. It's not enclosed fully. All right. But Masdar City. Masdar City. Masdar City. So Masdar is this like a prototype city that they built in Dubai or the United Arab Emirates. Okay.
Where they just have tons of money just to throw at random projects.
But this one I thought was a good project.
This is some sci-fi sound project.
It really is, right? Masdar City. Masdar. And it is. It's the city of the future, and they're trying to make it, you know, they said net zero sustainable, meaning they're going to do as if it were a biodome. Right. Turns out the economy hit pretty bad, so they put a bunch of money into this idea.
Oil's at an all-time low.
But now, even more in like 2008 when things crashed.
Right.
They just had all these plans, so it didn't quite.
They shelved them, huh?
Well, yeah, it still exists. It's still doing things.
Right.
And you can see there's like a conference going on there now. But it was supposed to be this whole city,
right,
designed from this ground up to do all the sustainable things. So it would recycle everything. It would have, instead of cars, you park your car outside the city, and you have to take either the little electric pods that shuttle around, or you walk. So you should check it out. There's a cool video about it, and they didn't quite get as far as they'd hoped again. But
they had to put money in their gold-plated toilets and their giant super sky rises.
I think these are separate people, but that's true, right? Exactly, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they do a lot of that.
Okay.
Okay, so good try. We've got a lot of attempts. Another place that we might want to do a biodome on Mars.
Mars!
Obviously Mars.
All right, and we've talked about Mars before. It's a planet fourth away from the sun.
Yeah, it sure is.
And we're going to go there.
Yeah, we're going to go there.
As part of Tech Town.
Right.
We're going to film a Tech Town on Mars.
Tech Town on Mars. Well, of course. That's going to be the next...
and of course, it'll be from said biodome.
Well, right, because we're going to have one. That's the thing is once we get to Mars, to actually be able to live, we're going to want a biodome. So I found this one guy's article on it, and it was just a guy. I mean, it's not really any. It's an answer on Stack Exchange, which is a forum where people just answer questions.
Okay.
But this guy answered in a really thoughtful manner. So he's talking about what it would take to get on Mars to get a biodome kind of rolling. So he talks about there's the design of the biodome, how to make it breathable, for working environment. When you have all sorts of situations like Mars has, it's got extreme atmospheric temperatures and you can't breathe, so you got to do that. There's no plants growing there. You got to grow your own plants. So he talks about a good thing.
I like how all of these are actual domes. You don't hear like bio pyramid or like bio, box. You hear biodome.
Yeah, you got to make it a dome.
It's a sphere. That's the thing. It's like, nope.
It represents the Earth.
If it has corners, it's not going to work out.
Right. Corners are not sustainable.
They're really hard to clean.
Yeah. All right. And so another thing, actually, sort of breaking out of the minimal dome would be terraforming. And terraforming is like the ultimate biodome.
Right.
Because we could go to Mars and plant enough trees actually in Mars and plants and things, algae or whatever, that creates an atmosphere and makes a biodome all out of Mars. So this is a cool article that I found. Another one in the description you can click on is The Challenge of Recreating Earth.
Ooh, Earth 2.
And yeah, it's like if we had to go to Earth, they're talking about playing Sim City or Sim Earth, I mean.
Nice. I've done it too.
Yeah, exactly. We've started. But we're getting better at trying to figure this out. And
the problem is you got to look out for Godzilla.
Place. Well, yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about Sim City.
Sim City, right.
Yeah.
But hopefully Biodome will keep Godzilla out.
Oh, well, you can't. I mean, that's where the hitchhikers, the stowaways.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is all important to think about when you're thinking about biodome.
Right.
Okay, so those are all different kinds of biodomes, places we could book biodomes. But really, again, it's why do we need a biodome? It's because we're ruining this
Besides
planet.
the fact that they're sweet,
right?
They're just cool.
Well, yeah, obviously they're cool.
It's fun to make stuff.
Right, but it's because we're ruining this planet.
Right.
And we're not going to be able to breathe our air, and we're going to run out of stuff, and we need to learn how to live sustainably.
Right.
So we kind of need biodomes.
As a backup plan, a big time backup plan.
Yeah, I think it should be a backup plan. It should also be kind of like a front up plan, because I think we should just get some going, because it's more sustainable to live in a biodome by definition.
Right.
Like you're going to have to live sustainably in a biodome. So let's like get on that and start getting good at it, rather than just having a couple of these examples that sort of failed. Let's get it so that we can survive.
So boom.
Boom.
Biodomes.
Biodomes deal with that.
Yep.
All right, so that brings us to our music segment of the week. Music. Solo. Yeah.
Music.
Nice. Okay, so this week's music segment, we're gonna highlight and give a shout out to our Friends Band's new album called Monolith.
Monolith.
Our Friends Band is called
Giant Rock. That's what monolith means.
Yeah.
Yep.
But don't look that up. It won't help you get to this. Monolith by Just People.
Just People.
So justpeoplemusic.com. You can go there and have a couple sample tracks. But go check it out. Just like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Which finally bringing us down to
security. Security. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. For the security tip of this week,
All right. What is it?
it's about not running as admin.
What do
Okay.
you mean by
So what
that?
does that mean, right? So when you're on your computer,
Yeah, of course.
and this used to apply more, but now with the phones you don't deal with this yet. But
Right.
with the computers, with
Right.
Windows and Mac and whatever,
Right.
There's the notion of an administrator user,
Okay.
a user who has all the power and can uninstall and delete everything and mess up things and
Course.
track things and install things.
Right.
And then there's other users which don't have that many
Yep.
permissions,
Right.
meaning like that user.
If you have like a kid, your kid or
Right.
something that gets on it, or if
Right.
you have your friends, you don't want them to get on your stuff and mess with your settings.
right?
Right.
Now, what's important is that even you and me and us adults
Right.
run as a user, not as administrator.
Okay.
So we could be an administrative user, but the thing is, like, if someone hacks us
Okay.
as
get
we're
hacked.
logged in,
Yep.
they can then do whatever they want as that administrator user. So you really need to be running as a user that's not the administrator.
Right. I see what you're saying.
And then only when you install things or whatever, you know,
Right.
remove things, do administrator type tasks,
got
do
it.
you then want to run as
Because if you get hacked, you're wide open.
wide open?
You
It
know,
can-
they can be the admin.
your hacked self is as good as your real self.
Right.
So meaning if you're a super powerful administrator,
Mhm.
your hacked version of you is that powerful too.
Right. It's like if you wear a pair of clothes every day, right? And if someone throws a bunch of paint on your clothes, you're fine because you got an extra pair of clothes. But if you weren't wearing clothes, then your whole body would be painted, and that would be you for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
Boom.
Boom. All right. So make sure to not do that.
Don't run as admin.
Don't run as that.
Yep. So here at Tech Town today, we talked everything biodomes.
Oh yeah, I gotta get one.
Every place it could be, every reason for it. Biodomes. Go and check out the one that's in Tucson, Arizona, and definitely watch the movie from 1996 or 7 or 8. It was 93. Also, Just People Music, our music website of the week.
Check them out.
And finally, don't be the admin.
No.
All right, we know that you're in charge,
Mm-hmm.
but don't do it
Don't flaunt it.
because, yep, that's what happens. The hackers, they get you, and then you're done. You know, different pair of clothes. Be a user. And that wraps up our Tech Down this week. Episode 13. Next week, we'll be back with our episode 13.
Episode 13.
All right, see you guys.